Good Monday evening to all our followers online. This is Daniel Crawley with a look ahead of what's going to be going on over the next few days. And we have really been kind of hinting at this for about the past week or so. We saw some signs that the fairly mild weather of December was going to transition into a much colder pattern in January. And folks, it's getting ready to happen, and it's getting ready to happen pretty quick. And we want to take this time tonight to prepare you for what's coming down the road over the next few days, things you should do to be ready for this Arctic blast, the first one of 2015. Looking at the map right now, we've had a pretty nice day across the region. Temperatures got up into the mid 40s across the foothills of West North Carolina. Temperatures in the mountains stayed in the upper 30s to around 40. Looking at temperatures right now, they've dropped into the upper 30s across the foothills. The mountains are in the 20s. And we think temperatures tonight across the foothills will probably drop to around 30, maybe the upper 20s, mid 20s in the mountains. Going to zoom out on what's going on here across the country, and man, you can see, you look to our north and west, and right here is all of that Arctic air that's coming our way. Temperatures across the northern interior of the U.S. are in the single digits to single digits below zero. Wind chills are even well below that, as that air is being brought in on gusty north and northwest winds. That will continue to progress south as we head into tomorrow and into the Wednesday, and then Wednesday is really the day that things will change greatly around here. And I will go over the model data right quick and kind of go over that. First off, looking at the NAM, and the great thing about the NAM, we're getting into that range within 60 hours to where we can get a good look from our mesoscale models. I think it's going to do a better job at picking up maybe a little bit more on the temperatures, and do the temperatures trend a little bit colder, which tends to happen sometimes when we have a really true Arctic air mass hit the region. And that's something that you guys, when you check out our site and our Facebook page and on Twitter over the next day or two, we're going to continue to tweak these temps and get them as close as we think they're going to get. Looking at the model for tomorrow, we have a clipper system, and really the clipper system is what's bringing in this cold air. It's moving across the Ohio Valley, and of course you can see here on the simulation, on the radar simulation, there'll be some light snow breaking out across the Ohio Valley, places of West Virginia, Maryland, and southern Pennsylvania. Some of those areas may get a couple inches of snow out of that, and we'll progress through here. That will slide east. The cold air is starting to invade the region, and let's go forward to Wednesday. This is Wednesday morning at 12Z. Can you see these areas of gray that's showing up over Virginia, over West Virginia, down in the Tennessee Valley? That is most likely the coldest of the cold air that's getting ready to invade the region. There will be enough of a temperature difference between the current air mass and the Arctic air mass. You're probably going to get some snow showers break out, and they'll go across Kentucky, Tennessee, the Virginias, and probably into the North Carolina mountains. Would I rule out a snowflake in the North Carolina foothills on Wednesday? I wouldn't rule it out, but it's not going to be much of an issue as far as precip. The big story is going to be cold, and as we head into that, you can just see these temperatures are just dropping. And folks, right here, this line I'm showing you is the 0 degree line, and that's coming southward pretty quick as we get into late Wednesday night into Thursday. It's also showing up in isolated areas along the higher elevations of the Appalachians. Again, we'll look at temperatures. Look at tomorrow. It's not a bad day tomorrow. Temperatures again are going to be in the mid 40s across the region, very similar to today. After a start tomorrow morning, probably around 30 or so. Enjoy this for tomorrow, because this is going to be it for a while. Heading into overnight, you can see here we're at midnight. Temperatures are down into the 30s, lower 20s in the mountains. You can kind of see the leading edge of the really cold air coming, and then it shows up more and more in the model data. This is early afternoon on Wednesday, or excuse me, in fact, it's late morning on Wednesday. And there's your Arctic air, single digits coming in. Temperatures are in the upper 20s at that time across the foothills late Wednesday morning. I'd say we're going to stay steady Wednesday. I don't think it's going to go up much from that point. So your highest temperatures on Wednesday will probably be when you wake up, or maybe even overnight. So temperatures will maybe get up to freezing. Again, that could be generous. It could get to freezing, and then as we head late into Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday night, the bottom just falls out. All that Arctic air is invading the region. The higher elevations by fairly early Wednesday evening is going to be in the single digits already. Teens are going to be invading the foothills in the western Piedmont and western North Carolina. And here we go as we get into overnight. Low teens. This is like at 2 o'clock Thursday morning. Low teens. The blues are single digits in the mountains. The areas in that grayish white color are below zero temperatures. And time you wake up Thursday morning, there's probably going to be some below zero temperatures, especially in the high country. I don't think that's going to be the case here in the foothills. Temperatures will be firmly into the single digits, I feel like, Wednesday morning. Even looking at the mesoscale models, and this is, we're getting close enough now where we can look more at the mesoscale models to give a better indicator of what the temperatures are, because they're going to pick up on this air mass a little bit better compared to our global models. But, according to the GFS, we head into 7 o'clock Thursday morning, single digits across the entire region. This says 12 for Hickory. I'd be shocked if it's 12 in Hickory. I'd say it'd be closer to 9 or 8. And I'd say at least that in the foothills, maybe even a couple degrees colder. And, of course, the closer you get to the mountains, the closer you're going to get to zero. Not only are you going to have that, you're going to have pretty gusty north and northwest winds. Wind chills are probably going to go below zero at some point Thursday morning across the foothills. How long? It probably won't last a long time, maybe a couple, 3-4 hours during the morning hours, but it's going to be a true shock to the system. And again, it's the kind of thing that really can be at least an inconvenience, if not a disruption for some things. As you remember, the cold outbreak we had last year, temperatures were so low and the wind chills were so low that a lot of the local school systems decided, you know what, let's send the kids in a couple hours late just because the weather's not suitable for someone to be waiting at the bus stop. Will that happen again with this one? I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me, because we're just dealing with this kind of air mass, and here in the southeast U.S., it's hard to handle it compared to other parts of the country. So it's something that it gets the attention of a lot of people, and people will definitely heed the best advice. Also, not only for younger kids, but let's think about elderly folks. Let's think about your pets. Make sure they're taken care of. If you have pipes that tend to freeze pretty quick when the temperatures get down to around 10 or so, take care of those tomorrow. It'd be a great time to do it. Make sure and wrap up an extra layer and make sure you can keep those from freezing. So tomorrow would be a great day to really do some of those things and make sure that you've got all your ducks in a row heading into this event. Thursday is going to be a brutally cold day. Right here, just looking at the GFS, temperatures, we're going to start in the single digits, and they're not going to go up too high. We're thinking low, maybe mid-20s for the foothills on Thursday. Winds will still be, pretty stiff. If you're in the mountains, you're probably going to stay in the teens most of the day. And even as we head into Friday morning, the model here shows that the temperatures don't move much Friday. Again, that's just an indicator of the model's not picking up on the air mass real well. And I'd say Friday morning would be pretty cold, at least in the teens, at least in the single digits in the mountains. I would pretty much, bank on that for Friday. Maybe a slow moderation Friday into Saturday. There's still kind of a debate on that, whether that's going to happen. But overall, this is going to be quite a shock to the system, considering what we've had, all of December and the first couple days of January. It's been fairly mild. So I hope you're ready for this. We've kind of give you a little lead time on it. We started seeing, last week that this was going to happen. And again, take all the precautions. Do everything you need to do to make sure that you're safe, your family's safe. Any neighbors, anybody you know that may be in need at a time like this, make sure they're safe. Also, take care of your pets. So that's kind of what we're looking at right now. Looking past this cold event, I'll be honest, it's looking like we're going to stay pretty cold at least through the first half of January. It's not going to be to this level of cold. We're thinking there will be some moderation as we head in next week. But there's already indicators that we can have additional shots of cold air as we head into the middle part of January. We really advertised this in our winter forecast that things would really change, especially into January. Did we have a little bit of a delay on it? Yeah, we probably did, but I think we're going to be catching up for that, folks, here in the next couple weeks. So be ready, be prepared, and don't get caught off guard. We've given you the lead on this, so take all the necessary precautions on this. Okay, I'm going to get off of here, and again, stay safe out here in this cold weather. Check us out online, burkeweather.org. We'll continuously update our forecast as we get new data. Check out our Facebook pages, McDowell, Burke, Caldwell, Catawba County Weather. Check out Twitter. We're increasing our presence on Twitter. Check out our YouTube channel. We have that going right now. We've increased our videos here over the last few weeks. Tell us what you think of our videos. Do you like them? Do you not like them? What do you want us to talk about? What should we not talk about? Give us feedback, man. We appreciate it very much. So again, hang tight and take care of you and your family and anyone you know over the next 36 to 48 hours.